makeup lovers. I've been buying again. I've heard an awful lot about the company called Deciem, mainly one of their subsidiary companies, I think it is. I think they own quite a few, or do quite a few different skincare ranges, and that is called the Ordinary Skincare. Now then, from what I've gathered and what I've learnt, is it's basically a range of different type of acids and treatments to target certain areas that you probably, got concerns about. So I have many different concerns, so I decided to send off and try a few of their products. Now, I have tried them. I'm not actually quite sure if I'm using them in the right way, but I suppose it's a little bit of trial and error, so we shall see how we get on. If anybody's got any advice how I could make the best of these products, please let me know. I would appreciate any help given at the moment. But while I go through the products that I've ordered, I will tell you how I'm using them at the moment. I'm not saying that that is how I will continue to use them, but this is how I plan to use them at the moment, or how I have been using them at the moment. So let's kick off with the first one. Happy Easter, everybody, by the way. It's Easter Sunday. I have got no plans. I work Friday and I'm also working tomorrow, so I'm just enjoying my normal weekend off. So pop the glasses on and let's go ahead and see the first thing that I bought. So the first thing I bought was the lactic acid, 10% HA 2%, so that I'm assuming that's 10% lactic acid and 2% hyaluronic acid. High strength lactic acid, superficial peeling formulation. Okay, so it visibly targets uneven tone, textural irregularities and fine lines. So basically it's going to give me younger skin, in theory. So it comes in a bottle which looks like that. The colour of it is sort of a peachy type texture. It's more of a gel serum consistency. Now then, it's a dropper, a glass dropper, very easy to get individual drops out. Now what I've been doing is using this of an evening. I've only used it for 2 evenings so far. I use it straight after I've been cleansing, and I haven't had any adverse reactions from it. Felt a slight little itchiness, I suppose, about an hour or 2 after applying it, but that could be to do with the other things that I'm using, which we'll go through in a minute. But yeah, it's a thick gel-like consistency. Now then, put some on the back of my hand. Okay, very gloopy, but now then, the smell on this, it's not a very pleasant smell, but it does dissipate once it's soaked into the skin, thankfully, because I don't know how I would feel smelling that on my skin during the course of an evening relaxing. I can smell it now on my hand, but once it's on your skin, on your face, you really can't smell it. Yeah, it's going now. So yeah, that's the first thing anyway that I bought from The Ordinary. The second item I bought was the 2% advanced retinoid. Now then, this is a stable emulsion of next generation's form of retinoid. Now I know they had a 1% retinoid, but to be honest, I figured I'd need all the help I could get, so I went for the higher strength you could get. It says apply a few drops to your face in the PM as part of your skincare regime. Do not use with other retinoid treatments. Use sun protection in the AM, which I do anyway. Most of my moisturisers do actually have sun protection. Now, this visibly targets textural irregularities again and signs of age. Now, texture of my skin is not bad, but I do have some pigmentation here, there, all over basically. And obviously, being a retinoid contains retinol, it's going to target fine lines and signs of aging. So that's that one. There's the bottle again, just the classic dropper medicinal type bottle. Now this is a milky type serum. Okay, again with the glass dropper, and again quite thick. I'll just pop it on the back of my hand. There you go. It's just slightly more runnier consistency than the lactic acid, but I must say these acids go into the skin so well and dissolve into the skin, you barely notice them on. I am wiping my hand in between, by the way. Now again, that one has no recognisable smell whatsoever. Again, I've been using that in PM. Now what I've been doing, now whether I'm going to continue, I might alternate them of an evening. I've been at the moment putting the lactic acid on first, then the retinol on top, about 3 maybe 4 drops, and rubbing them all into my skin and just letting them soak in for about 10 minutes before I use all my other products, namely my face treatment oil. So yeah, got high hopes for that one. So the next thing I'm going to show you is the Niacinamide 10% plus Zinc 1%. It's a high strength vitamin and mineral, a blemish formula. Now I don't suffer with loads and loads of blemishes, but online on the Ordinary website, I think I read that it's very good to control sebum, namely oily skin. It does. That was the main reason I bought that, and it minimises pores. And it actually says on the box, it visibly regulates sebum and minimises pores. So this I have been using of a morning, straight after cleansing and before my other treatments. So I can't say at the moment that I've noticed any difference in oil production. That has, again, no visible smell, and that's a clear type liquid serum gel, and that smooths on really well. Now, when I've applied this in the morning, I don't find that it affects the way I apply any other moisturisers after foundations at all. The first day I used it, I pilled a bit after putting a primer on, but to be honest, I think that was the primer I was using, which I was never sure about anyway. So yeah, that seems fine. One thing I have noticed straight away using the niacinamide is that when I put my foundation on after applying this, my pores are definitely less visible. I can't say that I've noticed any difference in the oiliness of my skin, so I'm hoping that as time goes on, that's going to show a bit of a difference with that. So I'm using that every single morning at the moment. Now then, the next thing I'm using is the Caffeine solution 5% plus EGCG. Now, I don't know what EGCG is, and I have tried to look online to see if I can find out what it is, but I don't know. So, but this reduces appearances of eye contour, pigmentation, and or puffyness. So it's pretty obvious why I purchased this. It's basically for around my eyes. I do suffer with puffy eyes in the morning. I do suffer with dark circles. So I'm hoping this is going to prove the miracle that it's supposed to be. Now, when I first applied this, now, by the way, I apply this morning and evening. But I do apply another eye cream on top once it's sunk in, because I don't think it's moisturising enough for what I need for my fine lines and wrinkles, which can be a little bit drying. When I first popped this on, I did feel a tightening, and I think it's helping with the puffiness, especially in the mornings. So I pop this on straight after showering, after cleansing, toning, pop this on before I apply any other products. And I think in the morning it is helping with puffiness, so hopefully. And again, it says visibly targets puffiness and dark circles, which is exactly what I bought it for. So hopefully, now it comes in the same type of bottle, okay, and it's a clear liquid. Again, glass dropper. It's not actually clear, it's sort of a yellowy colour, this one. Can't say I've ever noticed. And it's a very thick gel like serum with a slight smell of, I would say, coffee. Very mild smell of coffee. And as I said, I did feel this tightening the first time I used it. So yeah, smell's gone. So again, that sinks into the eye area. I put 1 drop on my ring finger, put them together and gently wipe it all over under the eye into the crow's feet, and it literally sinks in within a minute. So that was that. So the next thing I bought was the High Adherence Silicone Primer. Again, for obvious reasons, it's high adherence, blurring, surface smoother and primer. Now on their website they said this was the best primer. I think they did 2. This was the best one for oily skin. I've used it twice since I've had it, and to be honest, I didn't see any difference. So I'm hoping with the other products I've bought, using in conjunction with this, maybe in a few weeks I might see a bit more of a difference. On the back, it doesn't visibly target. This actually supports. So it supports makeup adherence, visible surface texture and hydration, it says. Now on their website, this was the one it says for oily skin. I'd have to have another look. I'm sure it was the one for oily skin I ordered. But it says using the last step in skincare, in your skincare regime, either on its own or as a makeup primer, and it contains advanced adaptive silicones. It feels really, really nice on the skin. It goes on smooth. I wouldn't say it blurs anything, but then again, I'll have to really have a good look the next time I use it. But this comes in a squeezy tube. Okay, now there's 300 mils in that tube. By the way, all of the other bottles that I've shown you, just having a look how much they contain. 1 fluid ounce. 1 fluid ounce in every other one of the bottles. In this tube, it's 300 mils. Now I'm going to pop a tiny bit on the back of my hand. Okay, and smooth it out. So again, as I said, it does apply really smooth. I did apply this, it didn't pill up at all when I did my makeup. My makeup did actually feel really nice, but I wouldn't say it made it last any longer or controlled any oiliness. So again, we shall see how we get on with that. So yeah, that is my little haul from the Ordinary Skincare. Let me know if you've tried any of these products and how you apply them and in what order, because I'm not finding a lot of information regarding this. So I would really appreciate any help. So hope you enjoyed that little video on a lovely Easter Sunday, and I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.